Okay, we start the correction to the class was given yesterday. And immediately after that, we now start the correction to the assignment. I gave you 2018 paper 3. I know the class for paper 3 questions 2A and B. That is a BEC 2018 paper 3. Then, so now 2A. The question there. You have to factorize this algebraic expression. This is 28A raised to the power of 2 minus 63B raised to the power of 2. You are going to mark your work yourself. So you don't need to explain to anybody. Mark your work yourself. That is it. So now you check now to factorize means to write the expression as a product of its factors. So the first thing to check is there any number that will divide 28A squared and 63B squared without a remainder? Is there any such number? 7. That means 7 is the highest common factor here. So bring out 7. So you factorize as 7. I'll use that factor to divide each term in the expression given to you. So, yes, Raji, what's 28A squared divided by 7? It's not 4. I said 28A squared, I didn't say 28. 28A squared divided by 7. 4A squared, better, that is 4. Then A raised to the power of 2. Then 63B squared divided by 7. Tamara. 9B squared. 9B squared. That's the first step. So now we'll be able to write this as a product of two factors. The first one is what you have before the bracket, that's 7. And the second one is what you have inside the bracket, that's 4A squared minus 9B squared. But if you now check, 4 is a perfect square. 9 is also a perfect square. Yes? Jamila, what is a perfect square? I said 4 is a perfect square. 9 is also a perfect square. So what is a perfect square? Aliyah, yes. What is a perfect square? Are you hearing this for the first time? Aliyah, are you hearing perfect square for the first time? So what is it? You can speak louder than that. The number. No, really. Okay, give an example. Apart from the 4 and 9 I mentioned. Another one. 64, another one. 36 and so on. Then, what's the perfect square then? So now I gave 4, 9, minus 16, 64, 36. Then how can you describe the perfect square? Okay, anybody? Want to try this? Okay, good. A perfect square is a whole number whose square root is also a whole number. A perfect square is a whole number. Then when you find the square root, you are going to get another whole number. And that is, 1 is a perfect square because the square root of 1 is 1, which is a whole number. 4 is a perfect square because square root of 4 is 2, which is a whole number. 9 is a perfect square because square root of 9 is 3, which is also a whole number. Is 8 a perfect square? Aliyah, yes. You are Aliyah now. Is 8 a perfect square? Now, you know what you do. Is 8 a perfect square? Yes or no? Is 8 a perfect square? I said a perfect square is a number that when you find the square root, you get another whole number. You get a whole number. Right? The square root of 8, a whole number. Is it a whole number? No. Are you sure? No? We were talking about this in GSS2. We were talking about this in GSS2. Yes, it's a topic in GSS2. I don't took my phone from you. I'm telling you, I didn't ask you whether you thought. You understand? Okay, 8 is not a perfect square because the square of 8 is not a whole number. And that's why another way you can get this now. When you write whole numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on, just put square on each of them. I want to get to be perfect squares. 1 square is what? 1. 2 square is what? 4. 3 square is 9. 4 square is 16. 5 square is what? 25. All these ones are perfect square. Or we call them square numbers. Is that clear? Now, if you now come back here, let's come back to our expression here. Since 4 is a perfect square, it can be written as 2 raised to the power of 2. 9 is a perfect square, it can be written as 3 raised to the power of 2. So that means this is going to give you 7. Then this 4 is 2 squared. Then a squared is there. This is another way of writing 4. Then minus 9 is 3 raised to the power of 2. Then b raised to the power of 2 is also there. Then if I have a raised to the power of 2, b raised to the power of 2, I can put a common power and put them in the bracket. That means you can have a, b, all squared. This is the same thing as this. Do you agree with that? So that means I can write this to be 7, then 2a all squared minus 3b all squared. And that brings us to another concept in mathematics, and that's called difference of two squares. What's the difference of two squares? For instance, we are given x squared minus y squared. Let's say we are given this. This is x raised to the power of 2 minus 1. Difference is different, that's minus. So difference of the square of x and the square of y, that's the difference of two squares. So what's the expansion of this? Yes? I'm not sure. That is the product of the sum and the difference of the numbers. It's the product, that is the open bracket, this, that's product. Then sum difference, or difference can even come before sum. You can write that this x plus y, and then it's x minus y. You can decide to bring x minus y to come before x plus y, you are still right. It's still the same thing. These two are the same. So that means the difference of the square of two numbers is the product of their sum and their difference. So that is applicable here. This is the difference of the square of 2a and the square of 3b. So that means the 7 is on its own, this 7, and this is 2a plus 3b, then 2a minus 3b. And that is, that means you have fully factorized the expression you want to do. How many people got this answer? Many people stop here. That is the ones I checked. Many people stop here. So you can still go for that. Please, if you didn't get this answer right, write your correction. If you got it right, mark your answer, your work result. And that shouldn't take more than 2 minutes. Let me see. Fast, please. Okay, let's go now to the second question, that's 2b. Then you are given an equation. To solve this equation, equation given to you is this: 4x plus 5 over 7 plus 3x equals x minus 7 minus 1 over 9. I hope that's the correct question. Is that the question?
Yes.
Okay. This is an equation involving fractions. You can see there are 3 fractions. The first one is 4x plus 5 over 7. This is x over 7. And then you have 1 over 9. So solve a fractional equation. The first step is to get rid of the fractions. Yes, what are you supposed to do to cancel the fractions that are involved there? You say someone said cross multiply. You cannot cross multiply in this case. It's only when you have one fraction at the left hand side and one fraction at the right hand side. You can? Okay, for the like 10, okay, yes. LCM. Okay, what are you doing with LCM? So okay. Yes. Any other step? Yes. That is the best way. Oh, you know, mathematics is so simple to the extent that you have so many methods of solving the question. That's why people say mathematics is the simplest subject. You don't have that opportunity in any other subject. But the best way to solve this question is to cancel the fraction, multiply each term by the LCM of the denominators. If you check here, we have 2 denominators, 7 and 9. So multiply each term there by that. What's the LCM of 7 and 9? 63. So multiply each term by 63. That will cancel the fractions out. And by then you are left with only linear equation without fraction. Yes? I saw you. Okay. So now multiply through by 63. Multiply through by 63. And we are using 63 because it's the LCM of the denominators. So that is. So if another number is the LCM, you are supposed to multiply by that number. So multiply through by the LCM of the denominators. So the denominator of the LCM, the denominators are 63, 7 and 9. So LCM is 63. So that's why we have 63. So that means you have 63 times 4x plus 5 over 7. So we have multiplied the first one plus 63 times 3x. And at the right hand side, 63 times x over 7 minus 63 times 1 over 9. So each term there, you multiply by the LCM of the denominators. So then if you check, 7 is 1. 763 will give you 9. Then 7 is 1. 7 is also 9. 9 is 1. 9 is 7. And now, it means 9 times 4x will give you 36x. 9 times 5 is 45. For the first one, plus 3x times 63. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 6 is 18. What's 1 is 9x. And at the right hand side, 9 times x will give you 9x. Minus 7 times 1 will give you 7. You can see there are no fractions again, which makes it simpler for you to solve. So whenever you are given a fractional equation, the first thing you want to do is to cancel the fractions out. How? Multiply each term by the LCM of the denominators. Once you get the denominators, so find the LCM of the denominators and you multiply it by that. That will cancel the fractions out. Now, the next time you can check here now, there are like terms. 36x, 189x, and 9x are numbers with letter x. They are alike. And you are allowed to add or subtract like terms. Then similarly, 45 and minus 7 are numbers without any letter. They also are alike in that sense. So bring like terms together. This is 36x plus 189x. When this one gets to that, minus 9x. And at the right hand side, minus 7 is already here. By the time I move this plus 45 to go to the right hand side to change to minus 45. That's minus 45. Then, is it? 189x minus 9 will give you 180x. So 180x plus 36x, that's going to give you 216x, and at the right hand side, minus 7 minus 45 give you minus 52. Are we together? Any question? So, now what are we supposed to do to get the value of x at this point? Divide both sides by 216. That means x will be equal to minus, sorry, this is 52, not 52. Minus 52. So minus 52 divided by 216. Yes? Is there a number that can divide? 4 can divide, is that not? 4 divides 52 is what? 13. So that's minus 13. Then 4 in 21 is 5, remainder 1. In 16, 4. And that means x is equal to minus 13 over 54. How many people got it right? Did you get that answer? Let's just move on. Okay. Okay, so mark your solution, and if you didn't get it right, write your correction. And that shouldn't take more than 2 minutes. Then, 2000 and what did I give you as assignment? Are we ready now? There's just going to spot it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Is there anyone that is still writing? Please pass it up. Have you been given the timetable? Have you been given the timetable for the exam? What are you starting? What studies do you have? And maths is when? Thursday of that same week. Are you ready? Very prompt to know what. No. Someone said no out there. And that don't give very. Is there any topic you believe that is still challenging to you in mathematics? You said construction. I will tell us the question. Many people mention construction. variation. Okay, maybe let's start with alternative difference. Okay, someone said no. Okay, we should bring the correct answer. We should do. You want us to do the correct answer? Okay, maybe you need German practice. If you want us to start simultaneous equation now, raise your hand. Okay, so there are sometimes equation questions in the one I gave you. You can use that as okay, then let's start correctly. 2018, I have to solve myself. 2018 paper 2. 2018 paper 2. You have to factorize the first question. B, C, 28. The first question is, you have to factorize this algebraic expression. Yeah. Yes. Okay, you want to answer? Okay, maybe. That's right. Sit up, everybody. Zainab. No, there's supposed to be a sign before G. Check your expression. Before we go, can you tell me why the sign in the bracket has changed from minus to positive now? I'm not saying you are wrong, but there's a reason for that. What's the reason? Instead of the negative sign you have there, you change to positive. What's the reason? Yes, you can tell us. Okay, Roger. Removing the bracket.
Minus the minus plus when the real question is sense to so minus times plus is minus.
Thank you. And please, anytime you have a negative sign before a bracket, the sign in the bracket must change. Like you check it now, you are bringing a negative sign before this bracket here. So if it is negative, then you change to positive. If it is positive, you change to negative. Because negative sign has the power to change any sign. Minus times minus will be plus. Minus times plus will be minus. So negative sign is a very powerful one. You can change any sign. Thank you. Thank you. So let me explain. Please, a round of applause for her, please. So the expression given to you is this. You have EF plus DF minus DG minus EG. Then, of course, this is factorization by grouping terms. There are 4 terms here, so group 2, 2. If you group the first 2 together, then f is the common factor. And that's what she did. She factorized out f. Then in the bracket, that means use that f to divide the first 2 terms that you have here. E will remain plus d here. Then now the last 2 terms minus dg minus eg. Minus g is the common factor there. So she factorized out minus g, then use that to divide the terms there. That will give you g plus e in the bracket. So if you check there, this is d plus e, this is another d plus e. That means d plus e is also a common factor. So factorize out d plus e or e plus d, then you are now having f minus g. So the answer is f minus g, d plus e. And that was correct. Then the next question, number 2. Okay, so we'll go back to what we said. Another student, another person will come to solve this. Expand minus 3x, then bracket, minus 4b plus 7en. Yes? Okay, Khadija. Have it. Expand.
So minus times plus plus minus. Then 3x times 7, that's 21x.
Thank you. A round of applause for her, please. So here now, when you are removing the bracket, you are going to use the multiplier to multiply each term you have in the bracket. It is possible for the multiplier to be before the bracket like what you have there. This minus 3x is what you are using. You can be given an expression like this. Minus 4b plus 7n, then minus 3x. This is also correct. That means the multiplier can also be after the bracket you are expanding. It's the same as step now. Minus 3 to multiply this, minus 3x to multiply this as well. So that's how to remove bracket. And that's what she did. So minus 3x times minus 4p. Minus 3 times minus 4 gives plus 12. Then x times p, that's x, that's how she got 12xp. Then minus 3x times plus 7n. Minus 3x times plus 7n. Minus 3 times 7 gives minus 21. X times n, that's xn. So the answer is equal to 12xp minus 21xn. And that was a very good one. Mark your solution yourself if you got it right. Yes, Raji. She raised her hand. You have to solve this equation. 4 over x equals 8.
So the final answer is just it. Can I just place it like 1 on the x plus multiply? What I know.
Okay. Thank you. A round of applause for us, please. The question given to you is 4 over x is equal to 8 there. And this is an equation. To solve any equation means to find the value of the unknown variable. And in this question, the unknown variable is letter x. So then she made the right answer as well a fraction by putting 1 as the denominator. And cross multiplied. 4 times 1, then 8 times x. 4 times 1 is 4. 8 times x is 8x. Then to get the value of x, divide both sides by the coefficient of x at that point, and that is 8. So she divided both sides by 8 then. And that is, let me assist you to write it well. So that those that, then you got it right. So that means this is 8 times x. So this is 4 is equal to 8x. Then from there, she divided both sides by 8. So 4 divided by 8 is equal to 8x divided by 8. So 1 over 2 is equal to x. And that is correct. Thank you. Then the next one, that's number 4. If you have answered before, I won't call it, so just put down your hand. Yes, Jamila. Number 5. You have to simplify this. So number 4, sorry. 1 over m equals 4 over 5. Just like the last question, that's number 3. Thank you. A round of applause for us, please. Just like the question number 3, you are given an equation. At the left hand side, you have 1 over n. At the right hand side, you have 4 over 5. There are fractions so there is a fraction at the right, another fraction at the left hand side. So you cross multiply. So that is 4 times n, that's 4m. Then 1 times 5 is 5. So divide through by the coefficient of n, which is 4. So 4 divides 4, you have m. Then 5 over 4 is the answer, which is an improper fraction. That's expressed as a mixed number. That's 1 over 4. So m is equal to 1 over 4. That's correct. Then the next one, question number 5. Question 5, you have to simplify this. This is x plus 1. Then x minus 1 is equal to, plus 2x squared. You have to simplify this. Yes? Anyone? Or I should call myself. Are you raising your hand? Okay. Simplify this. Can you explain the expansion? Okay, let me ask you. Please clap for her now. I think you're coming out to say why something it's not 72. So the first thing there is to expand. So now, when you are expanding this, place each term in the first bracket you multiply the second bracket. That means x multiply x, then x you also multiply minus 1. This x multiply x, same x you also multiply minus 1. Then similarly, this 1 will multiply x, the 1 will also multiply minus 1 you have there. And that means this, the answer now, x times x will give you x squared. This is x squared. X times minus 1 minus x. That means we are through this. Then 1 times x plus x. 1 times minus 1 minus 1. Then don't forget this plus 2x squared is still there. Then check it. These two terms here. What is minus x plus x? 0. So that means minus x plus x is 0. This is cancel out. So now you have x squared minus 1 plus 2x squared. And there are like terms now. X squared and 2x squared are alike, and you are allowed to add or to subtract like terms. But you can say it's addition. So what is x plus 2x squared? 3x squared. So that means the answer now is here 3x squared minus 1. You cannot go further from here because 1 and minus 3x squared are not alike. And you are not allowed to add or to subtract on line terms. So you leave the answer like this. Clap for me now. I saw it. Okay. So if you can either mark your solution or you write the correction, as the case may be. If the answer is right or your solution is right, mark. If it's not, write your correction. Before we go to question 6 now, let's be faster, please. So I can finish this one before the end of today. Let's see if we can squeeze number 6 here. Let me see the question here. Question 6. No, space will not be enough. Yeah, can I go to another page? Or we should let's just page extender then. We're writing number 5 now. Those are right. So question 6. Says simplify x plus 2 x minus 1 minus 2 into x plus 1. Yes, who will help us with this? We have to simplify. You've answered before. I want someone that is ready to answer the question. Yes? You want to try to do it? We should. Someone? Yes, right. What did you say? Explain. Explain to the class, so don't you know. So you face them and explain to them.
X and X, X squared X times is minus 1.
Any other?
Times X.
Zainab.
2 times minus 1.
Blessing.
Minus 2 times X minus 12. Minus 2 times 1 minus 2. Then add like and get X and minus X.
Okay, thank you. A round of applause for her, please. Thank you. Now, the first thing is to expand this bracket you have there. And like I told you, just the last solution, each term in the first bracket you multiply the second bracket. And that means x times x, that gives us x squared. X times minus 1, that is minus x. Then 2 times plus 2 times x is plus 2x. Plus 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. That means we are through the first set of brackets there. Then now minus 2 times x is minus 2x. Minus 2 times 1, that's minus 2. And now if you check here, this 2x minus 2x is 0. So that is cancelled out. Tamara sits up now. Then you are left with x squared minus x. Then minus 2 minus 2 gives minus 4. So that means it is x squared minus x minus 4. And that is correct. Another round of applause for her, please. Then question number 7. Question 7. Question 7. Okay, yes. Software or software. If 45 is added to a certain number and the result is divided by 9, the quotient is 8. What is the number? You know the question of that. Why is that here? No. The question, if 45,
if 45 is added to a certain number, and then not divided
if 45 is added to a certain number and the result is divided by 9, the quotient is 8. What is the number? So you leave no subject of meaning. You have to be second. That's 27. Please, a round of applause for her. Thank you very much. And the question, that's a question on the word problems. Now it says here, if 45 is added to a certain number, so she started by saying, let the number be x. Let the number be x. Now 45 is added to that certain number. That's now x plus 45, or 45 plus x. Now, the result is divided by 9, and that's why she divided by 9. That's the quotient. That is, the meaning of quotient is what you are going to obtain when you divide. The quotient is equal to 8. That is, it is equal to 8. And that means you'll be able to form an equation. 45 plus x over 9 is equal to 8. That is the equation there. Then she cross multiplied. And that's why you have this cross. 45 plus x is equal to 8 times 9. And of course, 8 times 9 is 72. And that means you have 45 plus x is 72. So you have to move 45 to the right hand side in order to get the value of x. And now when this 45 gets it becomes negative. And this is minus 45. Tamara, well done. So x is 72 minus 45. And that is 27. That means the required number is 27. Thank you. Then the next one, question number 8. Question 8. You have factorize 32x squared y minus 8yz squared. Yes? Anyone? Any others? You factorize that. Okay, very good. Please clap for her now. A round of applause for her. Thank you. So, the expression given to you is 32x squared y minus 8yz squared. The highest common factor of these two terms is 8y. And that's why she factors out 8y. So, you need to divide each term. If you divide 32 by 8, that will be 4. Y will cancel that, you have x squared. So she got 4x squared. 8 divides 8, y divides y, you have z squared remaining. So it is now 8y, then bracket, 4x squared minus z squared. Then just like I explained that aside the class work we gave, this is difference of 2 squares. What you have inside the bracket. Because 4 is same as the square of 2.
Yes, sir.
So that means it is now same as 2x, yes. 2x all squared, then minus z squared. That's what you have inside the bracket. So it's the difference of the square of 2x and the square of z. And difference of 2 squares is the product of their sum and their difference. So that's how she got 2z minus 2x minus z, 2x plus z. So that means this is correct. Mark for yourself if you are right. If not, write your correction. Question number 9, Tamara. You are still writing it. Is there anyone that is still writing it? Yeah. Okay, we can clear this left hand side. Question 9. Okay, let me write the question. Oh, simultaneous equation. Okay. You have this x plus y is equal to 2. In the second equation, x minus y is equal to 1. And you have to solve to find the values of x and y. That's fine, right? Okay, thank you very much. A round of applause for her. So now, question number 9. They are given two equations having unknown variables x and y, and you have to solve simultaneously. If you check the nature of the equations given to you, x plus y is 2. The coefficient of x is 1. The coefficient of y is also 1 in equation 1. X minus y is equal to 1. The coefficient of x is 1, while that of y is minus 1. So the best method to apply here is an elimination method, and that's what she did here. You can either add, if you add these two equations, y will be eliminated. If you subtract, x will be eliminated. It will be eliminated. Any one of them can be done. So I want to follow our steps, our solution here. So she subtracted. So here. So, and when you are subtracting, you subtract the like term, x from x, y from y, and the constant term from the constant there. And that means if you check here now, x minus x is 0. That means x is eliminated. That's why I call it elimination method. Then y minus y. That's what she did there. Y from equation 1 minus, what are we subtracting? Negative y. That's why you have the minus y in the brackets. At the right hand side, 2 minus 1. So that means here now, you have y minus times minus will give you plus. So this will change to y plus y. And that's what gave us 2y. At the right hand side, 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So you have 2y is equal to 1. Then to get the value of y, you divide both sides by 2. So y is equal to 1 over 2. That's the first one. Y equals 1 over 2. Then to get the corresponding value of x, you can use any of the equations. In our own, let's see, she used equation 1. You can also decide to use equation 2, get the same answer. So what this means is that you go to equation 2. Wherever you have y, put the value you got. You got y is equal to 1 over 2. So substitute 1 over 2 for y in equation 1. So that means x plus y, our y is what? 1 over 2. At the right hand side, that is equal to 2. And by the time you move this 1 over 2 to come here, it changed to negative. So that's why she got x equal to 2 minus 1 over 2. If you subtract 1 over 2 from 2, that would be 1 over 1 over 2. So that means x is equal to 1 over 1 over 2. And that was a very good one. X is equal to 1 over 2. Y is equal to 1 over 2. Thank you. Okay. The next one, question number 10. Question number 10, yes? Anyone? Question 10. Question 10. Jamila, you first. Blessing. Blessing, come on, sir. 3 over 2. Yes, no, it's correct now. That's right. Then whenever you arrive at an improper fraction, don't leave the answer. Just express as a missed number. Okay, let me check. Okay, 3 over 2. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Yes, Blessing, number 10, please. Question 10. I can't tell what you're saying. Come and solve the question now. See? Can you explain what it is quickly? Why this mess? I'm listening, continue. Okay. Can you hear what she's saying? Can you hear what she's saying? So you have to speak louder. Start again. If a certain number x is doubled, the result is less than or equal to 12. Okay. Then find the range of values of the number. Can you explain how less than or equal to change to greater than or equal to here? When you divide, the sign change. Okay, thank you. Now, sit up, everybody. Check the solution very well. If you agree that it is correct, raise your hand. If you agree the solution is right, that is, the answer should be x greater than or equal to 6, raise your hand. Tamara, you know your answers. Yes, that happens. Is that not your name? Your son? Is this solution right? I can't say what you're saying.
Correct.
Okay, remains there. Gafar, is this solution right?
What I do,
Okay.
no. I don't know, I'm not sure.
It's not. I don't know. Which one are we doing?
No, what I do in my book.
Okay, please come and show us what you did in your book.
I'm not sure, I don't know.
Come and show us what you did in your book. Let us see what you did in the book. Now, okay, in order to save time, this is right. Blessing, can you see it from the sit down? Sit down. This is right. This step is not correct. So why is this step? So you don't need to start from the beginning. Just tell me why this step is not right.
Because my understanding, because X is already at this side, so there's no need to change it. Because it's a sign.
Okay, thank you. It's not necessary to change the sign. Then, when are you supposed to change the sign? Princess, when are you supposed the sign only changes when both sides of an inequality is divided or multiplied by a negative number. Let's now you are divided by a positive number, so you don't need to change the sign. The sign remains the same. That's one of the rules of inequality. So when you multiply or you divide by a negative number, that's the only time you change the inequality sign. Simple. So that means the question says if a certain number x is double means you are multiplying by 2. So she picked x as the certain number. So multiply by 2. Then the result is less than or equal to 12. And that is safe. This is correct. So 2x is less than or equal to 12. Then in order to get x, she divided by 2, which is a positive number. Whenever you multiply or you divide by a positive number, the sign remains the same. Nothing will change. But whenever you multiply or you divide by a negative number, the sign must be reversed. If it is greater than, it will change to less than. If it is less than, it will change to greater than. If it is greater than or equal to, it will change to less than or equal to. And if it is less than or equal to, it will also change to greater than or equal to. So, Blessing, thank you. The only part that we don't agree with you is this one. The sign is not supposed to change. It's supposed to remain x is less than or equal to 6. And that is it. Thank you. Please, a round of applause for her. And till Monday, isn't it? As assignment is a long weekend, and he has also been given long assignment to keep you busy. So number 16 to 30. 16 to 30, and you show your workings as well. You know that. The same 2018 paper 2, question 16 to 30. Or please 16 to 40. You have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, 16 to 30, no problem.
So